Here is the Skoda Scala, and its claim to fame is that it has a larger boot than a Volkswagen Golf. It's an interesting shape, reminds me a bit of the old Kia Rio from 20 odd years ago, if you look at the back of it. It is a hatchback, looks more like an estate to me. What I like about the Skodas are, well, not only the build quality, but the nice lines and the curves. It's an attractive design. And aerodynamic, of course. Now, if you unlock it, you've got power folding wing mirrors. Well, and there's a power boot. It's a fairly sizable boot though. The family. They're ideal for packing little things. They get broken when you're driving. Nice fabric interior. And a nice build quality, as you would expect from Skoda. Good amount of room in the rear, so 3 car seats fit perfectly. But as usual, I do have a qualm, and I shall explain. Regular viewers will know what it is. It's the position of these. Now, you find when you put a third seat in the middle here, these fit underneath the seat. It makes fitting 3 children in their car seats really awkward. Why they can't just fit these a little further over to the left and the right, just to give room for the third seat, is beyond me. And the driver's position is lovely, very comfy. Apart from, the driver's seat could be more comfy in my opinion. I drove it to London, and I ended up having a bit of a backache after 2.5 hours. So more padding required from my seat. The others seem okay. There's a 5-speed gearbox, good traditional handbrake. I like this. Good that there's a fair bit of storage. It's a push-button start, so as long as you've got the key on you, you can put your foot on the accelerator, on the clutch, I mean, push the button, and you can just about hear that 1 litre petrol engine. The sat-nav is pretty easy to operate, because of course, driving to London, you do need a sat-nav. I certainly do anyway. But I do have a criticism. When I was planning my journey, I checked on AA Route Planner, and it told me that I definitely did not go through the congestion charge zone. When I planned it on the sat-nav, again, no mention. Then, when it comes to actually driving in London, I go through the congestion charge zone. Now, fortunately, I discovered that you can pay for that after you've gone through it. As long as you do it up to midnight on the day of travel, then, fingers crossed, you should be okay. I've done that, I've paid my £11.50, so that should be alright. Incidentally, if you forget to do it, you can do it the day after, and it costs you £14. Completely forget, or ignore, and it costs you £130 in a fine. But they give you 14 days to pay it, and if you do that, no, if you pay in 14 days, you get a 50% reduction. The way to attract clean cars to the City of London during the week. See, in an ideal world, you just go on a Sunday, and you don't have to pay. But there could be more detail on this sat-nav for my liking. It's not really very clear, especially when you're in an area that you're not familiar with. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible to get more detail, but the time spent with this car, I haven't discovered that. But generally, it is fairly easy to operate, and you'll see my average miles per gallon are about 30. But it's good fun to drive. I enjoy it. You've got a cruise control. It's fairly responsive. It's got a gutsy 1 litre engine, and it always surprises me how much power they can get from a mere 1 litre engine these days. And it sounds quite sporty as well. If you put your foot down in first, there is a nice roar to the engine. The trouble is, you want to keep doing it. There's automatic stop-start, which is fairly reliable. Air conditioning, electric windows all round. It could do with heated wing mirrors though. I mean, you know, bearing in mind it costs over £20,000 for this particular model, and not to have heated wing mirrors, it's a bit of a drawback, especially on a really icy morning, as I had the other day. The windscreen clears in 5 minutes, very effectively, but I still have to clear these by hand. Don't really expect to do that.